Whenever you try to make a horror-themed event last all year, people lose interest. Like, people love Oktoberfest, but would they like it if it was every single day of the year? They might get bored with it, you know?
Wir sitzen hier mit Rob Zombie, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Your current output is a live album.
Yes.
Spook Show International Live.
Right.
And from what I've heard and read, the fans are going completely bananas about it.
Oh, good. We were doing a live radio show. And after we were done, they were like, oh, you guys can have the tapes if you want them for free. I was like, free? Great. So I listened to the tapes and I go, this sounds great. Let's just put it out.
Well, that's
Cost me nothing.
Perfect.
I like those type of deals.
Talking about deals, your new movie, 31,
Yes.
is fan-backed.
Partially, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been nice if we could have done the whole thing that way, but it just wasn't possible. And right now, we're on a break. The movie is shot, finished, and I was editing the film until about a week ago. But then I'm here now, so obviously I can't be editing. So we took a 3-week break, and then when I go home, I'll finish editing.
I saw some teasers, but I still don't know what it's about. So can you give us a short hint?
Yeah, I mean, I purposely put out pictures that don't make any sense just to confuse people. But I mean, it's a very simple story. It's kind of like that classic book, The Most Dangerous Game. 5 people are kidnapped and forced to survive within this giant factory while they're being hunted. And it's sort of a game called 31. And that's, I mean, at its most basic, that's what it's about.
Some people look at crowdfunding and praise it as, I don't know, the future of artistic freedom. What do you think about it?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of works right now, and it's kind of cool, but I don't know if people get sick of it. Because like most things, when it's new, when it's a new idea, people are kind of excited about it, but I don't know how many times you can keep crowdfunding things. But I don't know. I think what's going to be the next thing, though, will sort of be like crowdfunding, but if you put in a certain amount of money, you're an actual owner of part of the movie. So if the movie makes money, you'll make money. I think that's the next thing. Like, no one has been able to quite figure out how to do that yet, because it's very complicated if you suddenly have 1,000 people that have a percentage of the movie, and how do you pay them? But I think that's going to be the next thing they figure out.
Yeah, maybe you could try that out with the next studio album, which anybody hasn't heard about yet.
Yeah, the next studio record, well, the next studio record's done. And it's not out yet because I was working on the movie, and I was like, oh, can't really properly, I mean, I'm here doing like, you know, a few shows, but I can't properly tour yet. So the new record will be out next year, and we're going to make a full-length, I'm not sure what it's going to be, and I'm still trying to figure out a full-length movie to go with the record. Because I know at this point, people don't care about CDs. I don't know if they care over here, but I know that people still like watching videos and stuff, and if you make interesting visual content to go with the songs, it seems like people like that more, so that's what I want to do.
So there's the new movie, there's a new record, there is the movie for the record, and you have The Great American Nightmare.
Yeah.
You just brought it back to Chicago. I don't think that all your German fans know what it is.
It's these giant haunted houses we've built based on the movies. Like, one of them's based on House of 1,000 Corpses or Devil's Rejects or Halloween or different things. And I mean, they're massive. I mean, they're huge. These 3 huge mazes that you go through. And on certain nights, I mean, it's in a big venue, so there's a stage. So sometimes we play, not every night, obviously. We play 2 shows at the beginning of the opening. And it's just great. It's this big Halloween event. So you don't even have to be a fan of the music. You don't have to care. It's not a musical event. It's more of just a haunted house sort of thing.
Any plans on bringing it on tour with you? I don't know, maybe to Wacken?
Yeah, the problem is it's so big, it doesn't really travel. You know, it takes them like 3 months to build it. I can't figure out how you could break it down and move it and build it again fast enough, because it takes forever. And the problem we had last year was so many people showed up that, you know, you figure like you want to get about 1,000 to 2,000 people a night, but we were getting like 10,000 people. So trying to get 10,000 people through a haunted house, it's a nightmare. It takes
It's supposed to be, right?
But it's like, it takes like 14 hours to get them through the thing, and it's not fun because it's just too many people. So it was almost like too successful. So I'm not complaining, but it made it logistically like impossible.
A luxury problem.
Yeah, not complaining. I'm just saying it was kind of screwy. We just never expected that many people.
Well, how about a real theme park then?
Yeah, I would love to do something like that, or at least do a section of a pre-existing theme park, because I don't know if you can keep... People have tried to do it in the United States, and it seems like whenever you try to make a horror-themed event last all year, people lose interest. like people love Oktoberfest, but would they like it if it was every single day of the year? They might get bored with it, you know.
Do you ever sleep? Are you afraid of, I don't know, a burnout syndrome or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally feel like I'm burnt out right now, truthfully. It's really because I was so deep in the movie, and you know, working on a movie is different because you're sort of in an editing room and you're just working. It's very controlled. And then let's get on the plane and get on the bus and start playing shows. The first show we played at Wacken was like culture shock. Like my head wasn't in it. As many shows as I've played in my life, it felt like I had never done it before. You know, and by the next day it's all fine, but yeah, it really is weird because it does burn you out. Like it's like my brain does not work properly right now. I'm kind of useless.
No, you're not.
Spookshow International live in der Limited Edition mit T-Shirt. Aber auch jede Menge weitere CDs, LPs, Blu-rays, DVDs und T-Shirts von Rob Zombie gibt es natürlich bei EMP. Klickt einfach auf den Link unten in der Beschreibung.